Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. I am very excited today because finally, after years and years of waiting, Mattel was able to get the Asuka entrance robe on an action figure. Asuka has been my favorite wrestler in the world for several years now. Not predating her appearance in NXT. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to try and tell you guys I knew all about Japanese sensation Kana before her Asuka debut in NXT. But as soon as she showed up in NXT, I knew she was something special. I knew she was unlike any other wrestler on the planet. She has gone on to prove that correct time and time again. I believe I've got every Asuka figure Mattel has released, but this is the one we've all been waiting for, the ultimate Asuka. Side of the package, got a great image of her, not her current look, because now she's changed it up again, but her return look. Back of the box, got an image of the figure, got her jumping off the top, height 5'3", from Osaka, Japan. Her finisher, the Asuka Lock. Career highlights: Raw Women's Champion and SmackDown Women's Champion. The Empress of Tomorrow tapped into an inner darkness upon making her return at Royal Rumble 2023. Any humanity left in Asuka was replaced by a sadistic superstar with a sinister smile, ready to spray blinding blue mist in the face of unsuspecting opponents. I love it. Now, obviously, this leaves room for another Asuka at some point in the future, maybe just an elite version that doesn't have the entrance robe, that includes a mist effect, similar to what they did with Goldberg and his smoke coming out of his nose. I would love to. Well, I mean, I'm going to buy any Asuka figure they release. No one is ready for Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. The Ultimate packaging continues to be very, very classy. I'm not a huge fan of the accessories just being there. It honestly makes the presentation, I get it, they want to show off everything that comes with the figure, but it also kind of almost looks a little junky. And I don't love it. But the figures tend to deliver, aside from those cut joints on the waist. So, and you know me, I'm not keeping that packaging anyway, so away with it. Oh my gosh, this robe is massive. Unbelievable. This was an Asuka, not this exact one, but an Asuka with a robe was supposed to come out as a convention exclusive several years ago, quite a few years ago. And then didn't happen because of cost, I believe. And ever since, Mattel has been trying to work it into the line, and now we finally got the iconic entrance robe. Definitely one of the things that she's known for. So let's take a look at this amazing figure. The deco is incredible on this one. Well, let's take a look at that portrait first of all. Nailed the face paint with the metallic look, the one eye, that smile. Look at the detail in the teeth, the mouth. She's got her earrings. The likeness is unbelievable. The hair, you don't often see, and obviously you have to do it for some characters, but you don't often see paint on the hair of Mattel's WWE figures. Had to be done here, and they've done a very good job of capturing the blending that she was doing at the time. She's got her choker on, which appears to be a separate piece. Yeah, we'll see when we switch the heads out, but it looks like that's a separate piece. Her top has tons of detail. You can see all the ties and the eyelets and everything up there, and then just all the sculpted detail. Got the ties and eyelets in the back as well. Everything is painted. These weren't just left black, which they very easily could have done. Her little belt piece doesn't quite naturally sit low enough, but it is a soft plastic, so you can squish it down like I'm doing right now and get it in the right spot. It should stay there. It seems like friction is going to keep it there. She's got, oh man, look at that. The hanging part is on a little peg, so you can pose this to go along with whatever action you have her performing. That is great. And they've done that kind of thing. Ultimate Warrior figure had those on his tassels, and it worked really well. So on her arm, this is a separate piece to represent her, whatever. It wasn't tape, but whatever this setup was she had going on here. Very well done. It's a soft plastic, so it's not going to totally interfere with the articulation there. You can see you can still get a nice little bend out of that double jointed elbow. She's got the fingerless glove with a little paint splotch there, but that's naked eye. That's not going to be a big deal. But get a little paint scraped off right there too. I don't love that. But oh, look, fingernail polish too. Even got the fingernail polish on this one. Look at all the detail in that glove. The seams sculpted in. And this is a figure where they were really trying to just knock it out of the park. I got the butterfly joints in the shoulders. All the articulations moving pretty nicely. Over here. Oh, why is there such a gap between... So this is interesting. I got this Asuka because this figure isn't technically out yet. I got this one from WrestlingCollector.com, which this is the second purchase I've made from them, and both have gone very, very well. And I actually have another Asuka on the way because I thought USPS had lost this one. So I will be interested to compare the second one I get and see if this gap is on that one as well, because I think this is supposed to be the top of the glove and not like wrist tape or anything. So I don't feel like that gap should be there, because it's not over here on this side. She's got her pants. This is sculpted detail. This is not just painted on. This is painted on. So these thighs can probably be reused elsewhere. And then the lower torso piece, this is all painted on. That's not sculpt, but that's definitely her costume design. Got all the painted detail on the knee pads, the kickers, and then the sneakers. Got the articulated Joes. I'll be talking about some articulated Joes really soon here, actually. Articulated toes, which I always feel are pointless. And then the ankles, which the two things now that I feel like Mattel needs to step up on. This cut joint at the waist, which I'm not going to turn now. Well, I'll turn it, whatever. And that is horrible and unacceptable in the year 2024. They gotta fix that. It's so bad. So that's awful. And less awful, but also a head scratcher, are these old rocker ankles that they're still using. I don't get it. Put these on pegs like every other toy line in the world. I just don't understand them continuing to use these rocker ankles, especially when they're developing new feet. I'm not going to say frequently, but frequently enough to where they could introduce a new style. Asuka does have the drop-down hips that they've introduced into Ultimates, which gives them a much larger range for like kicking and everything. Got the thigh swivel, double-jointed knees, soft plastic knee pads don't really get in the way of the articulation, so that's nice. The figure is tremendous. From a design standpoint, perfection. From an execution standpoint, maybe a couple little nitpicks, but I mean, when you put it on the shelf, it's going to be beautiful. Let's see what else is in here. Got a couple of hands. I'm probably going to put these alternate hands on her. They are her entrance dancey weirdo motion that she does. Also have the fingernails painted. And actually, I'm going to switch those out as soon as I get that robe on her. She comes with her demon mask. Detail on that is unbelievable. And if you saw one of my costumes at Dragon Con, you know that it was based somewhat on this right here. And that is probably just going to plug right onto the front of her head. Yeah. Just friction keeps that in place. Let's see how well friction keeps that in place. Here we go. Not that well, but well enough that it's going to stay on the figure. So there you go. I've got the alternate head with the blue mist mouth. I'm a little disappointed that it's just the same head, but with the blue mist on it. I really wish they had done something different. And while I do love the crazy smile face, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how different you could get, though, because she never really has a neutral look, so maybe this was the way to go. But I mean, I won't be using this head because this is going to be posed on the shelf with the robe. So here we go. The robe, which you can see is just as... Oh, let me back up here. Okay. So the robe, you can see, is just as big and long as it is in real life. It's got the fur on it, which looks incredible, goes all the way around the collar, and then just all of these different printed sections all put together. And then the sleeves are accurate to her arms come out here, and then this part just hangs down. We're going to find that out in a second. But this is beautifully put together. It feels good. It feels quality. The material isn't like super see-through like some of the soft goods have been with some Mattel figures. It looks, this is phenomenal. They did a great job executing this. So let's get it on the figure and see what it looks like. Because really, with soft goods, you know, at this scale, that's the trick, isn't it? Is getting it to look right. Getting it to look not stupid and too big, and it's a difficult thing. So look at this. These are not just holes. They've actually stitched around the openings in the sleeves. So these aren't going to fray. That's another thing that has happened with some Mattel WWE figures, is they don't do enough stitching on the soft goods, so the edges end up looking just crummy. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think I reviewed it here on the channel, the Triple H China 2-pack, I think the robe that came with that Triple H was, in my opinion, substandard. It just didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So, here we go. You can see the way that they've designed this, it looks good on the figure. It's not exposing the inside too much. Everything hangs nicely. When you have the figure standing, the bottom hem kind of goes out around her. This is a premium quality figure for a premium quality wrestler. I am thrilled with it, and I will be interested to see. I'm so blown away. I can't talk. I will be interested to compare this one to the other one that's on the way. I don't plan to open that one. I don't know if I'm going to do a giveaway or if I'm just going to keep it mint in box just because this is such an awesome figure, and I do that every once in a while. But if that one arrives before this video posts, I'll throw it in there and we'll take a look. I'll try and save this one for later in the week, so maybe that second one will come in. But this figure is everything I wanted an Asuka figure to be. It is the peak of Mattel's WWE line as far as I'm concerned. And if you're a toy fan, if you're a wrestling figure fan, this one is a must-have. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about Needless Things. I'm going to try and get her to hold the mask here. Look at that. Oh, man. And until next time, no one is ready for Asuka. Okay, just a really quick follow-up. The second Asuka is here, and as you can see, same deal. That black deco hit is just a bit above the wrist. So both of them are like that, whether it's intentional or not. There you go.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.